Welcome to the GAINS Reporting Guide. First, you want to log into the Guiding Technologies website, then navigate to the Reports tab at the top of the page and select it. You will be brought to the Reports page. At the top of the page here, we see Select Student. This is a list of all the students in your current organization. You can select the student you would like to see the reports for. If you would like to only see students assigned to the instructor you're logged into, select this box. You'll only see the students assigned to your current instructor. If you would like to search for students, because as you can see there are a lot in this list, you can use this search bar at the top to type in any students you would like to select and select their name. Next, we can select our range for which the data will be shown for. We select this drop-down menu, and then on the left here we have our begin date, and on the right we have our end date. And you can select your begin and end dates. Next we have our status tab, which filters through the programs that are shown. If we would like to show all of our programs, select show all. If we'd like to show only our unmastered programs, select unmastered. And if we'd like to see only our mastered programs, select mastered. Down here, we have our skill acquisition monitor. The first thing we have is our program overview, which is a list of all the programs assigned to our student. Here we have the program name, the target, the master date if mastered, and then the date you assign the program and the last date you've used your program. To see our lesson plan and the trial data for the program, select a specific program in your program overview. I'm going to select the Brushing Teeth Short program, which is a task analysis program. Here we have our lesson plan and trial data show up. Our lesson plan shows us the current step we're on in our program, the date we started our program, the date we mastered our program, our type of chaining, and our last date we attempted the program, with our days with instruction and different sessions we've had so far. Our trial data for the program shows much more specific information. On the left we have our different steps for the program, and on the right we have our different sessions that we've done. At the top of the sessions is the date in which the session was done. So here we have our first session. We start, because it's a forward chain, we started at the beginning at the full physical prompt level. The green highlighted background means that's the current target step. So after I completed this session, our target step moved up to partial physical. Here I didn't complete the program, so I didn't move on. But here I completed the program, so I moved on, and I kept going up until I got to the independent prompt level, and then I moved up a target step after mastering the first step. So here our target step is the second step in the program, and it's the new target step. Within each session, we'll see that each prompt level is either green or red. If it is green, that means you successfully completed that step. If it is red, that means you failed that step. So here we have all green, that means I completed everything in this session as planned. If there's a dash, that means you did not complete that step, but you didn't fail it either, you just left the trial. So here I only did the first step and then I ended the session. But here that means I got the third step wrong because it's red. Up in our lesson plan, we can view a chart that shows us our progress through our trials. This chart shows us the percent of independent prompt levels we have gotten to through our sessions. So here in the beginning, before I had reached any independent prompt levels, it was down at 0%. But then after I got to the first independent prompt level and mastered my first step in the chain, it became 10%. If we would like to export and download this as a PDF, you have that option here. Now we're going to look at our skill acquisition monitor for a DTT program instead of a TA program. So here I'm going to select match identical pictures of animals. Here we have our lesson plan. We can still view our charts. Next to our charts we have our steps. Then we have our date started with the program, our master date if mastered. All of them are going to be our DTT for type of program. Then we have our last date attempted, our days with instruction, and our instruction sessions. This is what our chart will look like. We have our percent independent. And then if you would like to export it as a PDF, you can select that too. To see our trial data for our program, we need to select one of the steps in our lesson plan. So here I'll select our second step and our trial data will appear. At the top of our trial data for the program here, we have our behavior, our general data, and then our trial results. Our general data just has the behavior name, date, time, instructor, location, and then our trial results shows the number of trials, breaks it up in between the number of prompted, independent, and total, and then the percent correct, independent. If you would like to see the specific box that applies to each behavior, we can select the behavior and it will highlight the box that is specific to that one. In each box, we have the specific name for the behavior at the top, as well as the date and time with the instructor. On the left side, we have the number step, and then here again we have the number step. Then we have our prompting. Here it's B for baseline, and our response. Our response will either be a plus or a minus. A plus indicates a correct response, and a minus indicates an incorrect response. Here, because we got the baseline incorrect 3 times in a row, we moved on to this, which was the full physical prompt level, and then we went through the DTT as you normally would. So here we have our numbers, our prompting. At first it's full physical. Once I got that correct enough, we moved on to partial physical. Got that correct enough, we moved on to gesture. Got that correct enough, and then we moved on to independent. Lastly, if you would like to download a PDF of all the reports for the student, you can go back to the top of the page and select Export as PDF. Select this and you can download a PDF of all your reports.